Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. Today we're getting into part 2 of the special celebration sub-quest, where your quest to learn more about Professor Mcgonagall as you're spending time with lots of other people at Hogwarts. We're trying to find some more information on her through other teachers. Ooh, we also have a dueling event with Slugulus Erecto as a charm that you can learn. Right, let's meet right now. I'm excited to get help with your presentation. Let's do it. Penny. Penny. Right, let's not miss these people. Look, it's Filch. Quick, hide. We're threatening us to get out of the chains. I'm here for leftover fish heads for Miss Norris. Okay.
House elves prepare student meals, but students never get full. Small house. Oh, it's endless.
Sorry. So, Shiny, are you ready to start interviewing Professor McGonagall's peers for your presentation? I've been thinking about it quite a bit, and I'm eager to get started. Well, I think it's a brilliant way to learn more about Professor McGonagall, and will really help you prepare for a special recognition at the Teacher Appreciation Celebration. Thanks, Penny. I appreciate your support, but it's a lot of responsibility. I need to get my presentation right. You will. What do you think is the most important thing about the talk so far? Definitely not the appreciation of Jess. It's got to be the Animagus abilities. I think everyone's impressed by the Animagus abilities and will want to hear more about that. That's true. It's fascinating. But it's just one thing about her. I need to know more. Talking to the other professors is a brilliant start. I'm just not sure which one would be the best to interview. There's so many choices and a lot of time. Maybe it would help to go over the options. I think it might. Let's do it. To the options. Take note. You want to make sure that you talk to a variety of Professor McGonagall's peers. Okay. Another Animagus might give you some insight. Okay. Professor Flitwick seems quite fond of Professor McGonagall. I wish I had the opportunity to talk to so many teachers myself. I'm an Animagus, so I could talk to myself on that one, save time. I could ask Professor Snape to talk to you over one of my interviews with him. Yeah? Okay, I ponder. I don't suppose talking to Filch would be of any help. He doesn't enjoy students. It's not easy to make these important decisions. Hagrid seems more fond of beasts than people, but he could lend a hand. Definitely. Madam Pince might have some research about Professor McGonagall's past. I don't suppose talking to Filch would help. Yeah, you've already said that. I want to be sure my presentation is the best it can be for such a special teacher. Well, god damn it, let's do it. Thanks, Penny. There's certainly a lot of options for teachers to talk to. I just have to decide who to start with, and whoever it is needs to know Professor McGonagall really well and be willing to talk even if they're busy. Well, I wish I had your problems. My professor is all about talking and talking. Professor Quirrell even asked me to come back again if I wanted to know more. Hi, Marula. That's so kind of Professor Quirrell. You would think that. To me, it was like getting tortured by an acromantula. There must be something Professor Quirrell could discuss that you'd be interested in, Marula. I'm not so sure. He was a Hogwarts student not so long ago. Think about that. Quirrell used to be sitting at the same desks we sit at. What does he know that we don't? Wait, Marula, you're a genius. I prefer most powerful witch, but I guess I'll take that too. What's going on, Shiny? Did you get an idea? I did. I just realised Quirrell is the perfect first peer interview. You're right. What better place to start learning about Professor McGonagall than from a former student? Next stop, Quirinius Quirrell. Quirinus. Do you know what? I didn't know Quirrell's first name. Quirinius. Is Quirinius or Quirinius? I'm just going to visit you in the morning, Quirrell. Right, we're ready. Let's go to see Professor Quirrell. For the first time in Muggle Studies, we get to see the room for Muggle Studies. This has never been seen before, right? Never in the history of Harry Potter. So this is a pretty exciting thing. I'm personally very excited to see what goes on. I mean, it is all, look at all this stuff. It is all Muggle stuff. So it's not that amazing, but it just looks so cool in the wizard setting. And look at those chairs. Got like beach deck chairs for seats. It is an awesome classroom. There's no doubt. Professor Quirrell, yes? Hi, I'm Goshinyhunting. I haven't had the pleasure of taking your class yet, but was hoping I could talk with you. Wait, what's Professor Quirrell's voice. Right, I've got it. I knew things would be rubbing me off. Snape muttering his counter curse. Right, we're ready for you, Quirrell. Say what you want. Look at they got a door off a plane. So cool. Now serving 52. Look at it. Whoa, look at this place. I've never been in this classroom. So many fascinating objects. Muggles do have some eccentric obsessions, but don't we all? Though funny you should notice, my own student interviewer, Marilla Snide, did not seem to be taken. As taken. Maybe she was just distracted with a project? I would say that she was decidedly the opposite. Interesting character, that Miss Snide. Hard to tell if she's good, bad, or something in between. What do you think about Marilla? Something between is right. Marilla's a little hard to read, so something in between might be right. The good Marilla is strong and powerful. The bad one can be angry and temperamental. I suppose we all have two sides to who we are. Do we? But we should be wary of letting our passions or pursuits corrupt our better selves, right? Now what can I do for you? I've got to prepare my next lecture. Then I'll get right to the point. I've been assigned Professor Mcgonagall for my teacher appreciation presentation. Love that. The guest of honour herself. Big responsibility. I hope you can do McGonagall justice. That's why I'm here. I know you were Professor McGonagall's student before you joined the faculty. And wondered if you'd be willing to talk with me about her. Right. I'm happy to talk to you while I survey the office. I'm trying to find what the Muggles call a video game. But go ahead and ask your questions while I look. Okay? Brilliant. What can you tell me about Professor McGonagall as a teacher? Tell me all. What surprised you about your professor? Was Professor McGonagall your favourite teacher? Professor McGonagall was easy to respect as a teacher, as she demanded it. Professor McGonagall was one of the most strict teachers. Even if she's upset with you, Miss McGonagall looks out for her students. True. Professor McGonagall has a thirst for knowledge that it still inspires me. There are so many objects here, I'm not sure I'll ever find what I'm looking for. These Muggle artifacts are so odd, I will find myself distracted and wondering at them. What am I doing? What am I doing? McGonagall is very brave. What surprised you about your professor? What's he doing? Professor McGonagall is quite kind. Okay, I'm just gonna... Yeah, finally, thank you. We've strolled back now. Strolled back into position. And we're ready. Ready to finish it off. Right. Magic. We're done. Success! The truth is, Professor McGonagall is a wise and well-versed teacher. And even as a student, I admired her bravery in standing up to he who must be named. Not be named. He who must be named. Of course. But she also helped me personally. How so? I was bullied as a student. Professor McGonagall helped me to understand that knowledge is power. And by seeking it out, I could become stronger. That's part of the reason I'm a teacher today. Oh my god. How inspiring. But what's your favourite quality about the professor? She's stern but also caring. She took the time to help me. And I also related to her because we both had a parent who was a Muggle. So I suppose I could say my favourite quality is her humanity. Thank you, Professor. This has been really helpful. Alright then, I should get on with finding this video game. It runs on something called batteries. Can you imagine that? No, but I hope to learn more someday. Maybe if I'm lucky enough to take a class? I hope so. I hope I'm still here. I intend to take a sabbatical and do a grand tour searching for more knowledge soon. And where I'm going, they do tend to wear a lot of hats. I've been trying this one out. But what do you think? Do I strike you as a hat person? Definitely. You're going to need it. The more dramatic, the better. Good to know. Quite fancy hats. One last thing, Professor. Do you perhaps know why McGonagall is so interested in wizard chess? Well, she was quite the Quidditch fan when she was my teacher. Maybe she just enjoys games. Muggle or magic. That seems to be universal. Of course, you're right, Professor. And now I know exactly who to interview next. Madame Hooch. That was a riveting conversation with Professor Quirrell. Flying class is over. Meet me at the training grounds to talk. I'm coming. I'm coming, Madame Hooch. Yeah, I mean, that's a very rare chat there. Interaction with Professor Quirrell. Madame Hooch, I was hoping I could talk to you for a moment. Looking to improve your Brewology skills, are you? I've noticed your landings can be a little rough. Actually, I think my landings are quite graceful. Having confidence in your skills is good, but don't be afraid to listen to constructive criticism as well. Pride shouldn't stop you from learning. I'll consider that. But actually, I'm here because I've been trying to learn more about Professor Mcgonagall. Got the old girl as your subject for presentation at the Teacher Appreciation Celebration, did you? Yes. And she's been especially honoured. I want to do research. I know you both quite like Quidditch. Like, it's more than that. I've been a lifelong infatuation. It's been. In fact, we both played when we were students here at Hogwarts. That's brilliant. Would you tell me more about her? I do enjoy telling tales, especially about a day that lives in Hogwarts infamy when Slytherin won the Quidditch Cup over Gryffindor. But whether it was a fair win was questioned. I'd love to hear all about it. Tell me about it, Hooch. I wasn't a referee then, but I had a good eye for players. Minerva's injuries during the Quidditch Cup were serious. She broke her ribs. Wow. Professor McGonagall was injured in an allegedly foul move at a key moment. McGonagall was a gifted player in her time. Professor McGonagall suffered a concussion in that match. Jesus. The match is certainly legendary. Can I suggest? Professor McGonagall must have played for House Gryffindor. McGonagall is a Quidditch player, must have been tough as nails. Do you think Slytherin winning the match was the right call? Is that famous match one of the most exciting you've ever heard about? There was one match played by Goshinyhunting. It was exquisite. And we're back with and we're back with Hooch for the final note. Take note. Done. Well, that was a very interesting meeting, Hooch. Thank you very much. I will collect my coins as token of your appreciation. I can certainly say the contentious match between the rival houses left McGonagall with more than just injuries. It also created a lifelong desire in Minerva to see Slytherin crushed on the Quidditch pitch. Sounds like you're suggesting that Professor McGonagall is quite competitive. She certainly is that. It's one of my favourite things about her. And though we may not always agree about certain calls, I always know she can't abide cheaters, and I agree. Then I won't bother asking you for any chess move suggestions for the game the Professor and I are playing. That's not cheating, by the way. Probably a good call. McGonagall wouldn't like that. Though I couldn't help you if you did. I don't know a thing about wizard chess. Alright then, safe on both counts. So, she wouldn't like it if I went to somebody else and said, how do you play wizard chess, person? Can you give me any tips on actually how to play? Can I go read a book? No, it's cheating. Sorry. Rant over. The truth is, McGonagall respects honesty, integrity, fairness, and commitment in all things. I'm writing this down, this is good. Though I wish you'd always respect my calls in Quidditch now that I'm referee. She heckles from the sidelines. Like you said, she's a true enthusiast. Thank you, Madam Hooch. This was really helpful. I'll leave you to prepare for your next class. Good luck on your presentation and your chess game. Against someone as wily as Professor McGonagall, you're going to need it. That reminds me, it's time for my next move. I'm off to see Professor McGonagall next. To McGonagall! To the McGonagall! I'm in the Great Hall. Meet me there now. Meet me there now. 6 tasks in this one. Lordy hell. Oh, lordy hell. I'm happy to help a student so long as you don't mind me drinking ample amounts of butterbeer, or so you do. You can do that. For any teacher appreciation presentation on Hagrid to be complete, it must include an interview with his creatures.
I'm Crafty! Crafty worries that dinner will be late unless Crafty gets help right away.
Who's Crafty? We got a new... This is like our Dobby. Professor McGonagall, I've been looking for you. Yes. If you can hold on a moment. It seems there's a problem in the kitchens. Now go on, you were saying, Crafty.
Crafty needs McGonagall to come to kitchens right away. Crafty worries dinner won't be ready in time.
And take it up with Pitts. I don't see why I should need to intervene.
Crafty is here because Pitts specifically asked Crafty to bring Professor McGonagall.
Well, let's not resort to hysterics. I'll come with you promptly if it's that important. Professor, I was hoping we could continue our interview for the teacher appreciation presentation. I'm very sorry, but whatever the problem with Pitts is, it seems I must intervene, lest I go hungry, or lest we all go hungry. I see. Well then, perhaps I could come with you and we could talk on the way. It's just that I want to be prepared for the celebration. What with you being especially recognised and all. Yes, you have mentioned that. And of course, I'm eager to get back to our chess game as well. Ah, I see. You're already strategizing well. Bringing up our game is wise. And I admit I'm curious what your next move might be, if you're willing to give me a preview. I'm keeping my move to myself, Professor. What kind of clever strategy calls for a player to tell their opponent what they are planning? Everything does in chess. Everything one does in chess sends a message, including keeping one's plans close to the vest.
Crafty is anxious. Pitts will reprimand Crafty for not returning quickly with Professor McGonagall.
Very well, let us get on with it. I don't want you to fret any more. Mr. Hunter, I'll meet you in Transfiguration classroom quite soon to continue both our endeavours. Bye, Crafty.
Bye!
Sorry, a bit loud. Hello, Shiny. I saw you talking to Professor McGonagall. Did you get some helpful information for your presentation? Unfortunately, she was too busy to talk right now, Penny. What if we never sit down again? I hate to make a fool of myself at the celebration. Professor McGonagall will make more time for you, I'm sure of it. In the meantime, why don't you tell me who you've talked to so far and what you've learned from them? Well, just spoken to a very interesting person. Let's wait for some energy. Right, we're ready. Let's do this. Penny, talk to me. Talk to me, Penny. Madam Hooch respects Professor McGonagall's competitive spirit. Professor Quirrell helped me realise that I should talk to Madam Hooch. Madam Hooch told me she and Professor McGonagall played Quidditch together. Professor Quirrell was quite kind and generous with his time and information. Turns out Professor McGonagall is half Muggle. Professor Quirrell mentioned he's going on a grand tour to search for knowledge. Poor guy. Which other professors did you consult? I'm looking forward to taking Muggle studies. I'm sure your interviews will continue to yield interesting facts about your subject. Did you learn anything you didn't know before about Professor McGonagall? What other professors did you consult? None. That was it. I need more. I'm looking forward to taking Muggle studies. You're the only one. Sounds like interviewing Professor Quirrell and Madam Hooch was very informative and helpful. It's true. So far I've learned that McGonagall is considered to be wise, humane and competitive. But I still need something more personal. I want to go deeper into what makes McGonagall, well, McGonagall. Got any ideas who to interview next? So far I've talked to a former student who's now a peer, and someone who knows McGonagall as an athlete. Well, if you want to get some real personal insights into Professor McGonagall, you should talk to a friend. That's who would know me best. You're right. Maybe even someone Professor McGonagall grew up with. I believe Professor Sprout and Professor McGonagall overlapped when they were students at Hogwarts. Okay, Professor Sprout is perfect. Time to interview the Herbology Professor. To Herbology. Let's chat at the training grounds. Okay, an odd place to meet you. Interview Professor Sprout. I wonder if Teacher Appreciation Celebration will have butterbeer. Yes. I think I should have my own appreciation day. I'll call it the most powerful witch at Hogwarts day. It's not sketchy. Why isn't there a student appreciation celebration? Well, Marilla was just considering that. Professor Sprout. I thought I could catch you on the way to Herbology classroom. Then you're in luck, because you did catch me, and that's where I'm headed. How can I help you? I was hoping we could talk about your relationship with Professor McGonagall. How did you know? What? Friendship. Oh, yes. I'm working on my presentation about her for the Teacher Appreciation Celebration. Congratulations. You're very lucky to have such a wonderful subject. I agree. I've talked to your peers, but was especially interested in the fact that you've been friends for so long. That's true. We met here at Hogwarts when we were just students, many years ago. So I'd be happy to talk to you, though there's something I'd like in return. What's that? It's simply something I often ask the students here at Hogwarts, a curiosity as the resident herbologist. What is your favourite magical plant? Gillyweed, the Whomping Willow, or mistletoe? Whoa. Interesting. Gillyweed? I mean, you could breathe in the water with that. Whomping Willow? It just looks cool. Mistletoe? Maybe it's because it reminds me of the holidays. But I quite like mistletoe. What's floating behind my head? What is that? Is that a broom? Get off me! Get off me! Oh, it's that way. Get off me! Stop it! It's a hat, I think. Not a magical plant, but a lovely one nonetheless. Both festive and meant for stealing holiday kisses. It's magical when I use it. Your choice indicates that you're a romantic. Oh, yes. And now you've satisfied my curiosity, let's talk about my friend Professor McGonagall. Why did she ask the question, what's your favourite magical plant? And give me the choice. Or maybe she didn't give me the options. Maybe I gave myself the options. Okay. Brilliant. 3 hours.
Alright. We have energy now. We are ready to talk to you, Professor Sprout. Prepare to be interviewed. Declare that it's fun to imagine you and Professor McGonagall as students just like me. You must have spent quite a lot of time together as students. I'm so grateful to talk with you about this, Professor Sprout. What was Professor McGonagall like as a young woman? Tell me. You must have spent quite a lot of time together as students. Minerva helped me get used to Hogwarts when I was feeling homesick. Minerva McGonagall had top scores on both her owls and newts. Minerva helped me learn transfigurations and helped learn herbology. And I helped her learn herbology, okay? Professor McGonagall has been one of my closest friends since we met. Professor McGonagall helped me study for my major exams. As a student, Professor McGonagall was both a prefect as well as a head girl. You could just say she rather than McGonagall every time. Minerva, I like Minerva now, helped me to get used to Hogwarts. I was feeling sick. Okay. Oh, then she goes from Minerva McGonagall. You just say McGonagall. Then she goes to Professor McGonagall. They're trying to mix it up a little bit, at least. I'll give them that for trying. Right, we need more energy. To the Sphinx Clubhouse. Yes. To the Dragon Clubhouse. Yes. To the Hippogriff Clubhouse. Yes. Oh, it's a perfect clubhouse. Full house clubhouse. To the dungeons. To the dungeons. I don't think this is gonna be enough. Oh god. Black Lake. Oh, 7, maybe. Nah, I think it's like 10 or 11. Oh no, maybe because we've got a little head start. 3. Oh, we're good. We're golden. Success. Sounds like you and Professor McGonagall supported each other as classmates and friends. Yes, that's true. I think the thing I find most wonderful about her is her caring and devotion as a friend. She does seem quite devoted. I've noticed she always helping others, rushing off to deal with teaching work or sudden problems at Hogwarts. You sound a bit disappointed. Your interviews proving challenging. Maybe I was just excited about getting to spend time with one of the most popular teachers at the school. We're playing a wizard chess game, which is quite exciting, but I'm having trouble getting it to open up for the interview. I can see you appreciate me, Professor McGonagall, that you feel tested by her too, and that's understandable. As a teacher, she's quite formidable. You have to earn her respect. But I can assure you that, like plants, all relationships simply need time and nurturing to bloom. So you think my relationship with Professor can blossom like a plant? Absolutely. Take what you've learned so far and tend to the relationship, and you'll see it for yourself. Thank you, Professor. You may have given me some ideas about my next chess move. And now I'm off to see Professor McGonagall. How do you gain insights to the next chess move by that? It's time for the next chess move. Meet in Transfiguration Classroom now. Come in, McGonagall. Hello, Leia. Come and say hi. Oh! It jumped on my leg and he slipped. Say hello to everyone. They're up here. Up there. Yeah. You done? Are you staying? I'm staying. Oh, the mic's so far away. You won't have been able to hear me. Boy, it just made me realise because I thought, oh, he's panting. I wonder if they can hear that on the mic. No, because they can't hear me on the mic. So, Professor, you wanted to play some more of our game before we did our interview. And now it's progressed. Where are you going? It's going on the table. And now it's progressed. So how am I doing? I must say, I'm surprised by your most recent move. Why? That was to be my question. You moved your rook that clearly sacrificed your pawn, did you not? Perhaps I did, but I've learnt sometimes it takes sacrifice to get what you want. And what exactly do you want in this moment? To nurture our relationship over this game of wizard chess. A kind goal, and a worthy one. I applaud you for coming right out and saying it. I'm so pleased, though I'm still perplexed. Is your strategy to lose to learn more about me? Because that would be quite disappointing. I thought it might help you to share a bit more if you were winning, but should have remembered Madam Hooch said you quite enjoy honest competition as well. I see you've been talking about me with my peers, and possibly using information you've learned from them to guide you in your game. It's true, but I can explain. I think that would be best. Time to explain, guys. Right, let's play chess. I will make this move. Professor Quirrell related his experience with you as a student. You were quite a student yourself when you were in school here. Professor Sprout explained what good friends you are. It's been a pleasure to get extra time with the teachers as well as yourself. Pleasure. Madam Hooch talked about you as a young Quidditch player. I've been talking to your peers as research for the... I should have said that first. I probably did say that first. I very much value all of my relationships at Hogwarts. Do you now? Well, tell me, do you value your relationship with this guy? Because this guy really values his relationship with you, Professor McGonagall. Let me take you on a journey to the hall where we will meet with this man whose name is Diego. On the cusp of becoming my level 8 friend. Connection error, Diego. Famous duel, Dumbledore versus Grindelwald. Bit glitchy there, aren't you, Diego? And then pow! Which would give me 15 energy. Damn, Diego. Damn, Diego. That's some energy. Thank you, Diego. That'll be more than enough to complete the mission. Success. So you see, I only talk to your peers and friends as a way to get to know you, and I learnt quite a bit. It's ways to get to know your opponent. I'm just saying, just trying so hard not to disappoint you, Professor. Then play honestly and wisely, and I assure you I will want to see you do your best always. But you spend a lot of time worrying about what's to come, thinking about your brother, chasing curses, making foolish mistakes in the game we're playing here and now because you're worried about our next interview. I suppose you're right about that. Seems silly. I'm glad you agree. The best way to learn is to focus on the present rather than getting caught up in the past or what's to come. Good advice. By doing that today, you've put yourself in a corner in our game. Blimey, I hope I can get out of it. Fret not, there is always a path forward, and I'm quite enjoying our talks. But the way to earn my respect is to show me you respect the game. No more needless sacrifices. I understand. Thank you, Professor.
Promise me you'll do your best. You'll do your best. You best. Consider your next move wisely, and we'll talk again soon. Okay. Part 2 complete. In Part 3, Professor Snape and Headmaster Dumbledore help with our presentation as your wizard chess game with Professor McGonagall takes an unexpected turn. All the pieces go missing. That's all for this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like on the video. Hit subscribe if you want to keep up to date with future content. That is all from me. See you guys soon.